All right. I think we need to talk. So it's the 20th of December, which is coincidentally 5 days before Christmas and 7 days before my wedding, maybe six. I always get confused with these situation where, it's today's the 20th, the wedding's on the 27th. Do I count today as one of those days, or is it, 6 days away, 7 days away? I don't think it matters. I think six probably feels more right to me because the days are already mostly gone. So 6 days before getting married, how do I feel? Nervous excitement. I think nervous excitement best describes the current state of mind. I'm looking forward to it. It feels almost peaceful, like it's happening. All the planning's been done. All like the getting people here, all the setting up. It's all happening, and I'm excited, but I'm still a little bit nervous because it's such a big event that's happening. It's such a big moment. This is like one of the big moments in your life. Like this is solidifying a big chapter. This is closing off the first chapter, opening the next chapter, and then in the next chapter, many things can happen, right? Like I could have kids. Me, I could be a father. Might only be not too many years away, and then I'll be a father. And I'll have like a little me running around. I've already thought of names and stuff, but to me, that's so crazy still, right? It's so crazy that that's within the realm of possibility, right? Take me back 4 years ago and tell myself, hey, you've just finished high school. You've had a bit of like a lost year in terms of, oh, I don't really know what I want to do. Oh, things are getting serious. I'm gonna get out of this bubble and enter, I guess, the real world. I'm gonna have to figure out, where am I gonna live? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna study? My 20s, it's happening, but it's not like in the movies or in the TV shows. Like, where's the excitement? I have no plan. I feel kind of lost. There's no, save the world quest. What am I doing? There's no big mission. I remember at that point I abandoned the YouTube channel. I said I'll stop working on the history channel that I was working on, even though I was doing pretty well. Right, I think at the time close to 5,000 subscribers and a million or so total views. So it wasn't aimless. But I said, you know what, I need to find something that I can do long term. I need to figure things out. And for a month, or so after graduation, to just go to the first day of university and meet Eugenia, and for that to snowball into some dates, which then snowballs into a relationship, which then snowballs into a serious relationship, and snowballs into meeting a family, our lives crossing over, our friends kind of mingling around, to getting engaged, to getting married now. Which to me, it's so crazy, and I almost can't believe that it's only been 4 years because it feels like a lifetime of stuff. Of course, it helps that we live like not far from each other and we go to the same uni, and we had some crossovers in terms of classes. But beyond that, it's also just we both put in so much effort into the relationship to see where things will go, and here we are, right? So it's almost this wedding. It's like putting a capstone over the last 4 years. Like, hey, this is what you went through. This is what we went through. This is everything, the work we put in, the experience we shared, the memories. And now we're just going to put a capstone on it and say, yep, that was us before we got married. And now we're going to open a new book, empty pages, and write out the story of our marriage. And maybe, you get another chapter there for starting a family, right? So there's a bit of nervous excitement. It's like, yep, we're closing this chapter and we're starting a new one. I also graduated yesterday as well. The thing's just right there. A little bit, perhaps too strong for my own good. Yeah, I just put this in a case today from the University of South Australia. Pretty much the last class to graduate before the university merges with the Adelaide University and become a new separate thing. But I am glad to have graduated with this logo because this is the university I knew and the university I went to. It says my name and says Bachelor of Business Financial Planning. So this has been a big moment, but to be honest, I wasn't super. I was excited to graduate. I'm very happy to be done with university. Probably not going back, but in my mind, almost this seems almost minor compared to the wedding, right? It's just okay. I'm graduating, but I knew that. I knew from the moment I saw my grades. Okay, I'm graduating, and I knew from my past couple of semesters that I haven't been a student that struggled with my classes very much. I just put in enough work to get like a solid credit and the occasional distinction. Like my GPA is what 5.4 to 6, somewhere in there. So I'm an okay student, but I've never put in an incredible amount of work with uni because I've just focused on my relationship and work and kind of life, right? I've always thought the point of uni was go there, kind of figure a little bit about yourself, and just kind of work on your career, kind of build the next path, set the path for the massive working career. There has been some resentment. There has been times that I really hated uni because of the time commitment and the energy and the effort it took that I wish I could dedicate to other stuff. Especially I'm looking at friends that aren't in uni and are able to have a bit more fun and have a bit more free time and freedom to do things. And so being with that commitment sometimes bothered me. But at the end of the day, this university is the reason I'm at Eugenia. And even if I didn't like my degree sometimes, even if it wasn't so fun, this was a big thing to go through and accomplish. Not many people have graduated with a Bachelor of Business Financial Planning. This is rare. At the ceremony, I was the only person to walk up with this degree. Special. And, this is like, the university has indirectly changed my life quite a lot. And for that, you have to be grateful. And to me, I was feeling a bit sentimental on the day because the university will still exist, the buildings will still be there, the teachers will still be there. But this specific university, this version of the university, kind of closes, and I thought that felt kind of symbolic of my life. A chapter closing and opening something new. Yeah, so very happy with that. So that's my graduation. Beyond that, my family's here. I've had some of my siblings sleep over, and I think a couple more will sleep over today. So spending some good time together. Probably going to a wildlife park tomorrow. So it's good to have a couple really, really fun days before the wedding and the rehearsal on Monday. So just 2 more days and things are really going to start ramping up. Eugenia has been absolutely incredible. She is so amazing at this type of planning stuff and so amazing at being able to handle 20 different tasks at once. That's not something I can do. I'm a man of simplicity. I have 3 tasks on my mind every single day, and that's it. And anything beyond that, I just kind of slips by. But it's been incredible. It's also almost Christmas. I've got the gifts lined up, so it should be a nice, good time and a nice period of my life. I will say this as a message to anyone watching and to my future self, so I don't make the same mistake again. In my mind, the thinking was, okay, graduation on the 19th, Christmas on the 25th, wedding on the 27th, New Year's on the 1st. And I'll have this big period where I'll have all these big things happen and it's going to be super exciting. The reality, it is incredibly busy. You can't almost enjoy some of the events, the small ones, because the big one comes afterwards. So for me, graduation was like, okay, it's very cool I'm graduating, and I'm very happy to graduate, happy to be done. But I'm almost like, it seemed not as important as the wedding coming up. And I feel Christmas might be a little bit of that as well. So that's that. But 6 days till I get married. Wow. Like, what a crazy thing to say. I wouldn't believe, even going back a year ago, I wouldn't believe myself. Going back 2 years, I would say, no shot. And going back 4 years, I would go, you're out of your mind when you're telling me I would randomly meet someone on my first day on campus, not even class, not even the first day of class, the first day on campus, just visiting the uni, taking a random campus tour. And by the way, this is me missing my original tour because I didn't sign up for that one and I have to wait for like a free one, one that didn't have that wasn't full of people. That random tour, and I would meet this person who I'm now gonna marry 4 years later, after both families have met, after I met her family. That's so insane to me. 4 years ago, and I think to myself, well, when I think of that, I think to myself, you know, how crazy life can be, how incredible and surprising it can be, and how much you don't know. You look back in hindsight, you go, that's incredible. But in the present moment, you don't see any of that. So the next 4 years, am I going to be sitting here in 4 years' time going, my son is born, my daughter is born? Am I going to be sitting here in 4 years saying, guys, I am now in New York City. Hi, this is me. Hello from New York City. I finished moving. Or like you never know. It's so crazy. Like the world's the oyster type thing, right? And I guess the other message is, if you want something to happen, you can make it happen. It'll just take a lot of work, and sometimes things go smooth. Sometimes things take a bit of work. But if you have a goal, just kind of slowly work towards it. You get there. When I met Eugenia, I could feel she was very special. Like I could feel this connection. I could feel that she was someone that I already valued quite a lot and I already loved. And I think she felt the same way. So we both had the shared goal of, okay, I think we want to be together. We want to kind of share this crazy journey that is life together. And we want to see where it goes. And we're just going to commit to this and put in a lot of work and support each other, through highs, through lows, through ups, through downs, through sideways, through backward movements as is her driving and her many accidents with reversing. And in the end, this is what you get to. And then you're gonna get married, and it's so crazy. I can't believe it sometimes when I hear it. You're getting married. Your wedding's in 6 days. You're gonna get married. My wedding suit is sitting in the next room. I'll just get it now, actually, just to get it documented on camera. That's my wedding suit right there, tailored to my size. It's ignore the price tag. It's missing a few zeros. So, I have to be incognito with the dollar bills. But, yeah, you can't see the branding because it's on the back. But it's happening. Yeah, so that's it. That's it. I swear I might have been talking for 30 minutes. I have no idea how long this is gonna be. And this is in 4K, 60 frames a second as well. So this might take a couple days to upload. We'll see. But this is good. This is good. I've been really enjoying vlogging my life, my experience talking about things. I typically do this anyways in my free time. If I'm driving, I talk to myself, like, hey, how do I feel? What's happening in my life? What's going on? I like to understand myself, and I find journaling helps, but I find journaling very boring to do. So what I do sometimes is I talk to myself just out in the open in a private space, or I do voice memoing, which is pretty much just verbal journaling, speaking out my thoughts. And I feel I get a good understanding of myself and I have a clear idea of what's going on in my head. Yeah, so this is me, 6 days before getting married, 6 or 7 days, depending on how you count things. Exciting.
Exciting.